Hi, everybody. Once again, on behalf of Accu-Stats Video Productions, it's our great pleasure to welcome you to day number 3 of the 2017 Accu-Stats Make It Happen Straight Pool Invitational. Thank you very much. Live as always from the Aramis Simonis Arena at Sandcastle Billiards in Edison, New Jersey, the home of Accu-Stats and the birthplace of the Make It Happen series. Everybody knows the Make It Happen series brings together 6 of the greatest players in the world to come and compete in the Make It Happen round-robin format. And everybody plays each other once over 4 days. And at the end of the 15 round-robin matches, the players with the 2 best overall records will then compete in one final championship match for the right to wear the crown and for an additional $1,000, which goes to the winner of every match. We also want to express our appreciation once again to our great longtime partners and 3 signature sponsors, Diamond Billiard Products, Aramis, and Simonis, for what they've done to contribute to Accu-Stats over the years, and Professional Pool as well. So thanks to those companies for their ongoing support. We've really got some things to decide here today. It's pretty tight all around, so it's going to be pressure-packed, and that's just the way we like it. Before I introduce the players for our opening match, I'd like to take one last opportunity here this morning on behalf of our 6 great champions, on behalf of Ed Ladawi and the staff here at Sandcastle and the entire Accu-Stats video production team, to say thank you to each and every one of you out there who have been with us not only this time, but maybe for the prior 11 throughout the years, and to our great Accu-Stats family, Make It Happen family that comes here and graciously supports us ringside every year. Thank you once again for the 12th time, ladies and gentlemen. You have made it happen. All right, all right. Okay, well, we've got a great opening matchup for you here. A couple of left-handers, and we love left-handed straight pool players here, and they're going to battle it out. So let me go ahead and introduce them to you. By the way, these 2 gentlemen will be Mosconi Cup teammates on Team Europe here in just a few weeks. They were both named to the team just recently, and we are proud to congratulate them on that as well. So, our first player, he's played twice. He has 1 win, 1 loss, from Glasgow, Scotland. He's a 2-time Derby City Bigfoot 10-ball champion, and I think we all know how tough that thing is to win, and he's done that twice. And as I just said, he'll be representing Team Europe on the Mosconi Cup. That'll be his 2nd consecutive appearance. He's sponsored by Rasson Tables, by Miyuchi, and by DigiQ by OB. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly welcome Eagle Eye. It's Jason Shaw. Thank you very much. And his opponent, he's played 3 times. He has 2 wins and 1 loss so far here in the Make It Happen round robin. He's from Berlin, Germany. He's a reigning China Open champion, and he is also going to be, as I said, making his Mosconi Cup debut here in just a few weeks with his teammate Jason. He's also making his Make It Happen debut, and he's made a pretty big splash here already. He has the event's high run, a 137 and out the other night, and I think he wants to add about 13 more to that in one of these upcoming matches. Sponsored by Predator and by Czechio, and we're really glad to have him with us now as part of our Make It Happen family. Please welcome Joshua the Killer Filler. All right, here we go, please. Your official timekeeper is Julie Ha, and it's now my pleasure to send it over to the booth to our host for the week, Double J Jeremy Jones, and Hall of Famer Danny DiLiberto. Go ahead, Jay.
Well, thanks again, Kenny, and welcome again, everyone, to the 2017 Make It Happen Straight Pool Invitational. We're here in Edison, New Jersey. I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stat Video Productions, and another treat joined by Hall of Famer Danny DiLiberto. How you doing, Danny?
I'm doing great.
Good. Probably pretty, like all of us, again, wanting to get a look at Joshua Filler. Not only Jason Shaw, of course, Jason making it to the finals and winning just a lot of events in the last couple years, 2-3 years.
But I've seen all those events. You probably have seen them, but this kid is fresh in our mind anyway.
That's right. It's just like any hot young name coming into any sport. You want to get your eyes on him and see what he's got.
Yeah, he's got plenty of talent, but this straight pool is wild straight pool they play.
Yeah. Well, I think he's played a little cleaner, though, the last 2 matches, and not just because he ran a lot of balls. Just, I like the patterns he took. He got a little bit out of line here and there and had to come with a shot. But overall, I liked his play.
Okay, let's talk about this break. Good break. Look for a dead one before you shoot a long, tough shot. No, he's got the 9, but it's missable.
Well, not
Look
only,
at the pile. See if there's a dead one.
yeah, and not only missable, but he's got to go forward with the cue ball for either the 14 or the 8. So that might make him want to shoot at the 3. I think he should still roll the 9 in, but just because
He doesn't roll any balls.
Oh, he's shooting the 1. Okay, and that's a little better because I think that might offer a chance to get a shot. I thought the 3 was a little bit maybe on a shot.
Boy.
What a shot. Is he going to get anything?
Oh, he's got something.
Well, I don't know what just yet. I can't see anything that I like.
Oh, he doesn't have the 13, it looks like.
No, he's
Not
gonna,
even rail first?
No, I think the 4's got him. And you notice it looks like the 13. Yeah, it looks like the 4's got him. And really, I consider that a pretty bad roll after making what a great opening shot here.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything, it looks like.
No, and he's got to try and play some little nifty safety, probably bringing the cue ball somewhat back where it's at now. You just, I don't know. I don't know what I like here, Danny.
I don't either.
Is there something he can play? Like, do you see a trick shot of some
I
sort?
do see a little trick shot. I think you could shoot the 7 straight at the 6 and billiard the 10 into the side.
He's called the 15s.
Well, I guess
he's going to draw the cue ball back on the 15. Is that what he's talking about off the 7? Try and clip the 15 in the hole?
Maybe. Tough angle to figure.
And the 15's not hanging, so...
But you see the shot I called if you're desperate?
I do see the shot you're talking about. I'm not sure what I'd do. I'd have to look and see how much pocket he has on that 3 going by the 11. I might have to nip the 7 and go up to the in rail.
This is a tough thing to judge. He's going to draw back.
Wow, what a shot, ladies and gentlemen. What a shot.
It is. We got the first trick shot of the day.
Yeah. What a shot. And I'll tell you what I like. He knew he had to get some on it, but he didn't blast it. He hit it.
Oh, you had to because it's
real controlled.
That's a tough thing to judge.
Yeah, and if you're just joining us, we're here in the opening match of day 3. You can see it on your screen, Filler 2-1. And Jason 1-1. So a big match for Shaw. Well, a big match for both players, of course, but you'd have to think it means a little more to Jason as far as the records are concerned.
Yeah, the winner gets 1,000.
Yeah.
But anyway, that shot he just made, that belongs on Accu-Stats trick shots.
Yeah, that might have been one you would see from like The Hustler or something, one of those movies. So, great shot, though. And Jason, after talking to him a little bit yesterday, he said, I just haven't played much straight pool in a while. We all know he hadn't played a ton of it in his life, but he expected to get better today as far as just a little bit getting through the rack a little smoother. And we all know about his firepower. That's not the issue.
There's a couple shots he doesn't know, just a couple, and I want to show him, but I like the other pool players too much.
And really just, you saw the trick shot he made, but a great opening shot off the end rail, too, on the 1 ball.
Oh,
so
exactly, yeah.
it wasn't just that drawback on the 15, clipping that in the hole. He looks prepared. Now he's thinking he doesn't want to shoot and move balls, so he's trying to figure out.
No, they're all open.
He's trying to figure out if he can shoot this 3 and get the cue ball to escape. Okay, is he gonna get on anything here? The 8 in the side, 7 in the side,
6 in the corner.
He's got the 6 in the corner. I think he'll roll the 8 in the side. I think.
You're right. He's going to hit the 6, but he should have the 9 next, at least.
And he's going to push the 6 down table by the 10, but that shouldn't be a problem. He's got a nice break shot on both the 2 and the 7. They're a little high, so you probably like the 7 a little better.
Yeah. And like I always say, with clean equipment, new balls, new cloth, you don't have to hit that pile hard to get them open.
And he's just perfect here. He'll just stop on the 9, and that'll offer a nice angle to get position from probably the 7 to the 2. And that sets up, we talked about, it sets up better for a lefty on that side of the table. And we got 2 lefties here, as Kenny mentioned. Pretty good. A little bit of a cut, but he's so close to it.
No, he's fine.
We're playing to 150 points, ladies and gentlemen, and we're on a 40-second shot clock. They'll have 1 extension each rack. And we talked about their record. We'll talk about Shaw first because he's at the table. He suffered an opening defeat to Corey Deuel by the score of 150 to 134. Jason had a high run of 43. And then in day 2, he had a big win. He needed a big win over Darren Appleton by the score of 150 to 117 with a high run of 94. So if that shows you anything by the runs alone and the win and losses, he's going to get better as the week goes. Okay, really focusing here
He's
now.
not going to roll it. I knew that.
No.
Well, he's got the 9. He's got the 10.
And he's got the 8, which
Fine, you
is
can't.
real easy starter.
Right.
And I think that's the key for Jason. I think for him to really excel, especially, you know, without the years of experience, just keep it simple. Say it again, these players are so good. If they have that mentality, I got to believe they're going to work things out.
Originally from Scotland, he's now living in Connecticut. He's got a beautiful wife and baby and a couple dogs. Great family.
Yeah, he's got his life in order, and you can tell by the results he's had in the last few years. That makes a big difference.
You're right.
Yeah, all sports, but really the stationary sports. And what I'm saying about that is, you know, not the sports that like golf or pool, where, you know, you're not reacting to something. You have to actually execute. Well, as Danny says, these sports are very cerebral. That means it's between the ears about as much as it is physically.
Oh, he tried to brush the 6.
Yeah, and he doesn't have to do that coming across like that. You know, you're trying to brush with the balls that are near the 14-6, meaning get on the 13 or the 9, and then you can brush.
Well, you don't want to do it with the 4 because he might move the break shot.
Yeah, and that's why he didn't want to use the 13 either, because that is his break shot. But he'll get to it, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a happy guy. He's got a great family. The bills are paid. That's a big factor. So he's going to play real good because of that.
Yeah, I've always said the guys on top have way the best of it in pool, just because, you know, pool doesn't have as, you know, not like the top 100 have big sponsors. You know, it's really the guys that are on the cream of the crop for the most part are the ones that have the really nice sponsorships and endorsements and whatnot, and that just makes it a little easier going to the tournaments.
Yeah, pool is a tough racket to pay the bills with. I mean, I did it for 60 years. I mean, I'm lucky because I do other things other than playing. I get to do commentary with people like you.
He's got a pretty big stretch on the 6 here. I'm surprised he didn't get over a little more. He'll change his extensions here. You'll notice the players these days compared to not only when I played, I'm sure when you played, you didn't see much of this.
No.
Just 10 years ago, really.
None of that. And when I first started playing, that kind of thing was illegal.
Absolutely. When I started playing, it was illegal. Like, there were regulations on the cues, and there were...
Yeah, but I started during the Moses days.
I don't know if you ever really met Moses. You probably heard more stories about him than I did, but... Okay, he's going to try and leave the 15 to get on the 13, I'm guessing.
Well, that's not a great shot to do it with, but
It's not
he'll
great.
do it.
Well, the one good thing, he's got the 5 and 1 close to each other, so he should gather a nice angle on the 1 to get to that 15.
It's angle for angle. You got to get an angle on the 1 to get the right angle on the 15 to get the angle to break them.
And I like just not taking any chances and staying a little bit above this 15 to where I can go to the rail. Just needs to go a little bit, Danny.
He got straight. He might draw the ball all the way to the end rail now, or just take the cut.
He's going to pound it, it looks like, Danny. Oh, he's drawing
He did to the end rail with no English.
What a stroke.
Yeah, you see the no English kept the angle on the break.
And what Danny means by English, he means left and right spin.
And I told you about English, right?
Yeah, you told me about that one.
I'll tell the people again. Why do they call it English instead of Scottish or Italian or German? There was a guy who played exhibitions in the late 1800s named English, and that's where it came from.
And we haven't got to look at Joshua Filler yet, but a 2-on-1 record and how he got there. He opened with a loss against Dennis Urculio of 150 to 132. And Josh had a high run at 42 in that match, but then a big difference in the next 2 matches. He finished day 1 defeating Corey Deuel 150 to 66 with a 137 ball run to end the match. And then yesterday he played pretty stellar again against defeating Shane Van Boning 150 to 32 with a 73 ball run, and really only took him a couple innings, maybe 3 innings to get out, Danny.
I know, I was here. Anyway, he's got the 4. He's got maybe the 14.
It goes, and he'll shoot the 14. He can cue the ball a little better than the 4. I'm not so sure the 1 hadn't got him cut off on that 4 ball. Nice shot there.
Well, the thing about Shaw is he's not going to miss. To get an inning, you're going to have him make a big mistake.
And I'll just knock the 2 away just because it makes it a little better access to that 6 and 15. And here, the way these are laying, if he can pick off a few, like if he can shoot the 15 and 6, if he can get at that 1 in the side, it opens up the 5, and he doesn't have to really move many. He may bump a couple just because there is quite a bit of congestion, but for the most part, he doesn't have to. If he does move balls, it won't be at a high pace, meaning he won't have to re-break with a hard hit on the balls.
Well, I wonder how Filler feels sitting there. Young man wants to get up and play.
Yeah, you could definitely say he may get anxious.
Let me tell you something. One straight pool world tournament, Oliver Ortman was running out after the break, 150, 125. He's playing Earl Herring from upstate New York, and Herring broke, and Ortman ran 150 and out. So Herring came up to me and said, "What did I do wrong?" I said, "You lost the lag." True story.
Oh, I believe it. Oliver Ortman, he was not only a great rotation player, I believe that about the only game he probably was never great at was probably one pocket, just because they don't play it a whole lot in Europe, if any at all. You know, we all know he's a great 8-ball player, great straight pool player.
And he played with an open brizz.
Yeah. Well, great powerful stroke, though, too. That's what I always found about Oliver. And seemed like to me, when he was prepared, he played as well as any of those Europeans. I really liked his game. Now, he may bump this 12 just ever so slightly. Nice shot.
Well, the 3 ball's kind of high. But it doesn't matter. He'll do something.
Trying to get on that 11, I thought. You're looking at our 8-ball invitational champion. After losing his first 2 matches, he came with 3 wins in a row and then a big win in the final against Corey Deuel.
Well, he was going to Derby City. I said, there's one pocket. I said, you play one pocket? He said, no, but I'll just have to run 8 and out. That's what he said. Good break shot here.
Yeah, great speed, catching a couple rails and making the cue ball travel about 8 feet up and down the table, just almost ideal. Well, the one thing about tournament one pocket, we know that you're playing on slick cloth, good balls. You know, it's a lot more aggressive game. Usually the pockets are a little bit looser than what you might say normal. At the Derby, they do a great job just because I think they got the order picked out great. Bank pull first, one pocket.
Yeah,
then
but
9
I
ball.
don't know how they do it all without, confusion. They do it, though. But anyway, back to the new cloth and all that. Most of the players travel around the country in the old days, and they gamble and they play on rough cloth and rough everything. Then you go and play on brand new equipment. It's a little different.
And I'll tell you, the combination of the was he going to get a shot? What's the 8 doing? Okay.
7. He's got the 7.
I think he'll probably start with the 8 just because it's a guaranteed no
Well,
miss.
the 7 into the 8, but he's got the 8 without the 7.
What I was going to mention is that maybe that's perfect speed to get on the 13 if he wants it. Is that the
Good
new
idea.
The new felt's one thing, but whenever you polish the balls with the combination of the new felt, it's definitely different, and it's definitely something you have to get used to. I think that also plays a big factor in what's coming up in a few weeks in the Moscone Cup, that TV table with the super slick cloth with the balls being just perfect. You're not used to it a little bit. It can make a huge difference.
Got the 14, I believe. Oh, he's playing the combination.
No, he's shooting the 15.
Okay.
No reason to play any combinations with this
Well,
layout.
you never know.
That's for
with
sure.
Shaw.
That's for sure.
But he had the 14, too, I thought.
I thought he did too.
It looks
I
like
think-
it's a dead combination, the 6-12.
I thought he was trying to pinch back for the 5. He wanted a little more on that one because he wanted to get on that 6 and 14 right then after the 5. You'll notice he's got a nice break shot on the 9, so he doesn't have to produce there.
Boy, he's going to get 60 real quick.
Yeah, definitely not wasting any time getting 50, and looks in good position here. I wonder if he's going to play the 2 upstairs to get on that break ball, go ahead and take that 7 out of play.
That's what he's doing.
And the way they're laying, you either play for the 1, 7 last to get to the 9, or you take away the 7 and 1 and then play with the 2 up table.
Well, he'll figure a way to fall on the 9.
And his rhythm's nice.
It's great.
Yeah, when he needs to look, he's looking, and but even when he doesn't, it's not getting too. He's not getting too fast. He's not just. I mean, it's just a nice little calm pace.
Well, he got a little pin on this ball. I think he might hit 2 rails.
Maybe.
No, he held it perfectly.
And then we're talking about the slick conditions. This is one guy that's very used to it. Anytime you're getting in the finals of the big events and playing in the bigger events, you're going to play a lot more on the TV tables and the slick cloth and the new balls. So it doesn't take much for Jason to adjust. This is our opening match of day 3. It's our 9th match in this round robin stages. At 2:30, we'll have Darren Appleton and Dennis Oculio. And later this evening, we'll have Jason back playing Shane Van Boning. And at 9:30, we'll have Corey Deuel and Darren Appleton to wrap up day 3.
Yeah. We got one more day after today, and this is over.
He doesn't have to rip this one, that's for sure. Just
But he will.
yeah. Okay. Did he
He's got the 10.
Did he get the 10, or is he on top of the 7? Okay.
Oh, I think he's got the 10.
He's got the 10. One thing that amazes me about pool is you'll go into a ball and you'll knock it away and then it'll settle back on the cue ball. I never understood how that happens, but I was afraid it happened there. And if you can play around the one's a real nice break shot. He got a little thin there, though. You may have to go into the 1 now, Danny.
Could he hit the 8? No, he's shooting the 1.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to have to play a combination on the 8 and the 2. I think he's also wondering if this 8's going to come out for a break shot.
Better make it first.
Later in the rack. Did he get to the... he's going to have to shoot the 14 now.
You're right. He didn't fall on the 5.
Yeah, he cut it a little much and lost the cue ball. Still hasn't really produced a break shot, though, Danny. There's a few
He's
below
got
the
the
rack.
4.
Yeah, there's a few below the
I
rack.
like the 4. You know, in the end, shoot the 3, the 4, the 15, and fall on, not the 4, the 5. 4 is a pretty good break shot.
Yeah, and I think after watching Corey last night play multiple balls below the rack, if Jason was watching, I think he'll see that that's a really nice way to play is for the bottom of the rack. Especially when you have it already and you're kind of getting thin on producing one here like this. You don't want to go out of your way to try and produce and get out of line. Okay, surprised he didn't take care of that 12 while he was there.
Well, it looks like he's going to shoot the 3 now.
Okay, I think he's looking at taking your 4 away.
Oh, he tried to make a break shot? Well, he's got the 7 if he can shoot right-handed.
And I don't take a chance on the 8 at all. I just go ahead and play for the 7. I think that's correct.
Oh, he could reach it.
Behind the backer with the 8.
Yeah, he does a lot of that behind the back stuff.
And you got to watch it. We're playing all ball fouls, meaning if he touches one, it's a foul. It's not ball in hand. But he will lose a point and his turn.
Oh, he tied those balls up a little. He's got the 5. Does the 4 pass?
He'd like to draw on the short side of the 4 right here.
Like this.
Okay, I guess he's going to settle for the 13, Danny.
Yeah, it's high and far away from the pile, but he'll do something about that. He's very good at improvising, amongst other things.
I think he may be considering the 15 as well, Danny.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about that, but you're right. That's what it's looking like. I don't think he's made up his mind yet. 13 is way too high, but he's going to use it.
Okay, now he's got issues.
Yeah, a little too thin on the 15. 13 is not going to do any good.
And he's going to have to either...
He's going to fire the 13 in and try to draw back where he is now.
Yeah, draw back thin. That way he can cut the 15 and go into the rack. I don't think he's trying to get to the other side of it. Yeah, this offers a nice angle. And the good thing about being pretty thin on this, you'll have a lot of carry on the cue ball going into the rack, and a nice 70 to open the match. Still, it's a ball that becomes missable.
Let's see him twist on behind his back. He does that real well.
Very limber.
Here, if you could, you want to go at the 9 and 2, because the ball will glance. If you hit it square in the back, it's going to stick there. You want to hit it on an angle where it'll glance.
Yeah.
You go at the 9 and 2 here.
That requires making the shot a little more difficult with the inside English, so we'll see. He may just try and go into the edge of the 6. He may lose the cue
That
ball.
too. Well, he's going to be a mile away, but he
brought the 8 down with him.
position it while you wait. And they're open pretty well.
Yeah, great shot, too. The 15 just zipped down that rail in the corner. If he can remove the 4 here shortly after the 8, that'll open up the 12 to break the balls pretty nicely. I'm not sure if the 9 passes the 6. That's another nice one. He's had to slow down. I guess the 12 goes, but
Yeah, it does.
I would have wanted to maybe save that 12 ball, because you'll notice he is going to have to reopen the rack a little bit.
And you got to get the 2 out of the way so the 7 passes. Could he go to the 2 right now?
Yeah, he could definitely go the 2, and if he could get at the 4, that would be better. But I think the 12's got him just a little bit. He's looking at that cut on the 14, but I wouldn't be fooled by that one. The cue ball's going into the edge of the 10, could catch a 6, and you never know, it could scratch. You wouldn't figure it to scratch, but that's what I like also here. You can shoot the 2 and come 2 rails to the side rail and wants to have an angle on that 6 if he's going to go into the rack.
Did.
And he stayed off the rail, which I think is key.
Well, like I said, Jeremy, you're playing very well.
Getting better. Okay, this was one you don't want to hit very, very hard also,
No,
I don't think. You're going to, yeah, I like the way what he did there. He opened the 9 up by removing the 6, so he can get at that last cluster pretty easily. Is he cutting the 4 and coming back into him now?
Probably.
That's okay, though. With the 5 being there, that's not
He's
horrible.
got insurance.
Yeah. And if he doesn't do it hard, a lot of times like the 11, it produces a nice break shot. That's the key.
And the 1 passes.
Yeah, and the 1-9 might be wired in the corner.
I think it's a little high, but doesn't matter. The 1 passes.
Yeah, and he can get to it easily with the 3. So, but you'll notice when he came across, he just did it, mildly, just rubbing the balls mildly. All right, don't take your eye off this one, especially because he's got to hit it with some speed. Great shot. Great shot. Okay, he needs to
Got to 12.
Yeah, he needs to get on that 7. He needs to be thinking about that one, that's for sure. Anytime the ball's froze, I don't like using it as a key ball to get on like the 3. It's a little different if it's a hair off the rail. I didn't want to get elevated there.
Well, he's got the 10 after the 9.
Right.
If he had to do some position shot, it'd be tricky, but he's got the 10.
Okay, Danny, when are you thinking about getting on that 7? Soon,
Well,
right?
it depends what break shot he's got in his mind. Because with a little angle, the 7 goes to the 3.
Yeah, but the one thing about that one in my mind is
He's going to it right now.
Yeah, I just don't like to have to shoot the froze ball with like low outside or something to hold position on the 3.
Well, he could shoot the 7 right now if he wants to. But he doesn't want to. See, he's going to use the 7 to fall on the 3.
Right. And he'll want to catch the second cushion and bounce off maybe 4 or 5 inches here. meaning cut the 14 in, just hit a little bit past the side.
Oh, he's going to get a good angle here.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Perfect.
Pay
Got it.
attention to this one, though, because anytime you're putting bottom on a ball that's frozen, you can pull it off the rail a little easier. That's pretty thin, though. It's pretty thin, Danny.
He loves it. He don't care. He knows thinner, the fuller it hit the pile.
Well, he has no plans of missing, that's for sure.
Yep.
And that's a daily thing with Jason Shaw. Just every time he wakes up, he has no plans on missing. You can see 84-0, which with Filler losing the lag and having to break, and really that's been his last shot.
Yeah, and just a few weeks ago, he won the U.S. Open for the first time. He was happy about that. Remember, he jumped on the table,
Yeah.
showed his muscles.
Yeah, I had to leave for the finals. I had to fly out, but I remember I watched a lot of them this year.
Oh, boy.
Wow. Good thing he put a stroke on it because it
Good
arced.
thing he had high ball.
Yeah.
See, after it hit the pile, the high took again.
Right. Good thing he had a good stroke on it. You saw it arc. It's
Yes.
always neat to see that cue ball arc. All right, he's not going to take any chances on that 15. He's going to chip the 8 in.
He might go right into the pile. No. What's happening here? Nothing.
He's okay.
Boy, he got 86 pretty quick.
He sure did. Okay, he's going to come into the balls now. He's got to make sure he doesn't get pinned. Okay, pretty nice. Pretty nice.
You know, he could have tied up the 1 in the 11, but he didn't.
He's got a couple of break balls that are very doable, that being the 14 and the 4. He was to fall behind the 4 on the rail. We always all like that break shot.
That would be the left-handed break shot.
Yeah, so he'll go ahead and pick off this this 6 and 12. Yeah. He could bump the 7 into a little better here too, Danny.
Yeah, that'll be a better break shot.
Did it go enough?
Yeah, it's on the high side, though.
Yeah, so he's got options now. Now's the time to go take care of those 3 upstairs. Or at least 2 of them. He may leave one of them to get on a break ball or get on a ball to the key ball, so we'll see.
I got to shoot the 1 right now.
I agree. I don't think there's any reason to leave the 1. You'll notice the 11 doesn't pass it, so he'll want to open up that alley. A little bit thick, but a nice pocket speed, which made the pocket a little bigger. And Jason does that drag shot real well. When I talk about the drag shot, I mean cueing low, letting the cue ball slide down the table, and then it turns over right before it gets to the object ball and becomes like a rolling shot.
He does a lot of things real well. Not just the drag shot.
I think that's such an important shot in pool, though. You get to create a lot of angles, hold your ball. Like playing 9-ball, I use that kind of shot. And once a game, twice a game. I agree with this. If he's decided the 14 is his break, there's no reason to leave that 4 there now, that's for sure. Okay, he's going to use the 7. Oh, that one skid a little bit.
But it's not on the table anymore.
No, but I could see it turn just a little, ever so slightly.
Stop right there and have an angle. Pretty good. He's going to have to pound this a little, though. He could have used a little more angle. Once you get to the middle of the table. Might have to go forward even.
Yeah, just
Oh,
three.
he's going to pound it.
Yeah, just 3 away from opening the
With a
day with
stroke.
100. He's at 98 now. Well, we always talk about when you're in stroke, you just get up every morning and run 100. Well, that's what we're about to see right here.
Yeah, he got out of bed in stroke.
I hope I didn't jinx him. I think he'll knock this one down, but we just got to see if he comes away with a shot.
Well, they're going to open for sure. Just don't miss. Don't scratch cross-side. You know, it's going to glance.
Yeah, you can hit this with a high ball, right?
Yeah.
And he's catching a lot, so he doesn't have to murder it. Very controlled. Very controlled.
Oh, he's
He's got the 13.
Yeah, he's fine.
I think he's got the 13. Otherwise, he's going to
No,
have...
he's got it.
Okay.
I would say.
He could always play it with a little chip off the 8 just in case he didn't have the pocket. Pretty easy shot. Okay, you can see he used every bit of that pocket, Danny. And I'm sure glad I didn't jinx him right there. I'm glad he got that 100. Well, I got a bad habit of it, I'll tell you that. It's never intended, but it sure seems to happen a lot, Danny.
I don't ever want you to go to the racetrack with me.
Oh, man, I'm good at the track. What do you mean?
Oh, you don't jinx?
No. My older brother, he still owns and trains racehorses, and him and my mother started some 30 years ago in that business. Hard business, but he does pretty well.
Very exciting, too.
Oh, yeah, I loved it. I started going at a young age to the track, of course. I was kind of raised around a little bit of gambling. We always used to play a lot of cards and stuff. So
I've been gambling since I was 4. I was playing dice and pinochle when I was 4.
Okay, I'm surprised he's not coming into the rack, or is he?
He is.
Okay.
Got the 11.
And he's got the 6 and the 14.
Well, what did the 1 and 15 do?
Well, that's okay. The 15's going to open up. Once the 11's gone, the 15 will go in the lower right, so he'll just have to get position on the 4 to get to that. He's going to bump it here, which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. He bumped it perfect. Now he can set up for the 4, 1, 15 at the end.
Doesn't it look like he's going to shoot forever?
Well, I was just thinking that. I'm wondering what Josh is feeling over there. And now he's probably starting to feel like, I may not get a shot here this morning.
Well, he's going to learn how his opponents feel.
That's right. A little, maybe a humbling experience for a young filler.
Well, he didn't lose yet because until Shaw gets out, this kid only needs 1 inning, the way it looks with him.
Okay, got a little funny here.
I think so, too.
Got a little funny here. So
I think he could shoot the 4 and fall on the 2 and use that to get to the 15.
he's going to have
So
to hit
does
this
he.
with a little speed, though.
No,
He doesn't have a bunch of
need
angle.
much. He doesn't. He's got a pretty good angle. Now he can go to 1 rail.
You floated or you come 2 here, Danny?
No, I go 1.
Really? It looks a little...
Because, you know, we talked about it. Once you pass that 15, you're in line for a whole bunch. Yeah, you go forward.
Well, the reason why I may have gone 2 as well is just because the skid.
Oh,
Floating
you can't think of the skid.
No, I understand. I agree with you. You're not supposed to have that mentality, but we've seen a few of them, so... He definitely wanted a little more out of the cue ball there. He wanted to get a little closer and a hair more angle, but as long as he doesn't miss, I think he's going to be okay as far as this break shot.
He's playing so good, and he's so happy that I don't think the skid gods are against him.
Oh, okay.
I mean that kind of thing.
No, I believe you. Okay, he's going to go into this.
He's going to whack it.
Uh-oh.
He scratched. No,
Wow.
he didn't. Oh, boy.
A little drama. I'll tell you what. I'll let him get this one down before I comment, but
Yeah, you don't want to jinx him.
that's right. Well, the gods aren't going to let that happen anyway. You already
You're right.
said that. So, but at this pace, I think we may be able to get a little lunch before the next match. May have time to eat.
Yeah, but I ate yesterday.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're just joining us, I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stat Video Productions. We're in day 3 of the Straight Pool Invitational, joined by Hall of Famer Danny DiLiberto.
Does the 7 pass?
I think so. It's close. I think so, though. With all these balls down here, though, in a small area, he needs to definitely pick off as many as he can before he feels like he has to open something.
Well, you got to get rid of the 14 right now.
Okay, watch out for the shirt because we are playing all ball fouls. Okay, that needs to go. He wanted to get real full on the 3 right there, I think. That way he could shoot the 9 and.
He got there. But he's going to go into balls. He's got an angle.
Yeah, that's the problem. He did not want to go into any. You'll notice all that congestion. He could really get tied up. So whatever he can do here, just make sure you get to the next one. Okay, great shot. Great shot. Now at 118, you can see just 32 away.
You think Filler feels like he's not going to shoot again?
I absolutely think he feels that way.
You're right.
I feel like that. He's not going to shoot. Okay, you'll notice now the way the balls are positioned. If he thinks it through, he doesn't have to contact anything. They all have a pocket. All right, he tried to produce a little better break. It's okay, though. He doesn't have to panic too much. The 11, if he can get position on the 3 or the 9.
6 goes inside.
Yeah, and just be careful here when you shoot this 8. Be very, very aware of getting to the next ball.
Did it reach? Boy.
Never a doubt.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to settle, I think, for the 11. The 9's a little high. It's a little better angle to go in the rack, but it's a little high. Didn't get much angle on this 2, so if he's going to shoot the 2, he's going to have to draw his ball back for the 9 or 3.
Oh, did he overdo it?
Yeah, he doesn't want the bad angle. He doesn't want the angle going into the 9 here. So you're going to see a stroke here, pinching the cue ball with some draw. Great shot. What a stroke, man. The guy's got a clean stroke.
He has such confidence.
Yeah, he just, like you said, though, the other day, he just hits the cue ball so crisp. Gets the most out of the cue ball at all times.
Well, he better not shoot too hard because he won't hit the pile at all. That ball will glance past. He's got a unusual roll the break shot in, and he doesn't do that often. But I think he has to here.
Well, a couple times today that I thought he may be in trouble if he just hits the break shot with a lot of speed. He didn't hit it with as much speed. He played a lot more control. Now, there's been a couple of them he hit pretty hard.
Well, you can't hit this one hard. You won't even hit the pile if you hit it hard.
Again, if
He's going to hit the 6.
if he just gets it down, I think he'll be okay. Uh-oh.
Oh, what does he have?
Looking for a shot. Looking for a friendly face.
I don't see anything.
He's got a combination on the 12-14, which is real dicey. I'm not sure if he has anything at all. He's got an off-angle 8-2 combination, where he's got to cut the 8 back quite a bit. He's got a little bit of a big pocket with the 14 being there, meaning he could graze the 14. and make the 2 as well.
He's liable to bank to 15.
That's what I was thinking initially. I was like, well, he might just bank this back under and long reller. He's getting at the combination, I think. And he's looking now to see if he can get at it. I think he can. It's awfully tight, though.
Awful tough shot. I'm telling you, if you were going to the electric chair and had to make a ball right now, I would shoot to 15.
I think I like him shooting the 8 too.
Oh, does it have a full pocket?
It does,
Oh,
and it
then,
actually,
then that's the shot.
and actually, it's a little bit of a cutback, but he's got a little bit of a way to miss it and make it as well.
Oh,
just
yeah, that's
off the
the best
14.
shot. Best shot.
I mean, if you're going to go here, which I gotta believe he's going to go, he's going to try and get out here, meaning all the way out to 150. I like his chances. Just don't whack it. Just believe you're hitting it right and just keep doing what you're doing, hitting everything real clean. Hit it a little thick. Great shooting, though.
Now he might have to sit a while.
And we're going to get a timeout by Joshua Filler. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. And ladies and gentlemen, we're back. And if you're just joining us, I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stat Video Productions, joined by Danny DiLiberto. And Danny, we just had a 127-ball run by Jason Shaw to open here at day 3. And that's our second highest run of the event. And ironically, the guy with the highest run is at the table now.
Yeah, and he's dangerous.
And he's got a 5-ball that he doesn't have an entire pocket, so.
Oh, he's going to hit the 4 also.
Not many things to worry about here. He's got to get a little. He's got to get a little of that congestion off the bottom rail. If you don't know much about straight pull, it looks like it's like a whole lot to a whole of it to very little, but Joshua will try and change that. That's for sure.
Got break shots. There's no problem here.
Got a little thin now. He may have to run into that first break shot there unless he wants to draw by it, and that'll send the cue ball up table. So I think he's just got to contact the 7 and just reproduce on another break shot. He's got the 1. He wants to use the 1. He's got the 8 though also.
Yeah, that's the ball. He hit the 7, but he didn't put it out of play. It's in front of the side.
And getting behind this 2 really is nice because then he can draw back for the 6, still saving the 8 with no problems. Just bumped it a little bit more. He'll go ahead and get on that 7, most likely, I would think, to get on the 4. Yeah, he has the angle to do that.
Perfectly. Yeah, that's what's great about this kid here. I mean, everybody thought he just shot balls in, but he has some knowledge.
Absolutely. He knows he's got a long road to hoe here to get back in this match, but I think he's very prepared to do so. He didn't leave on a miss or anything. He could have hit a little bit better break shot, but Jason came with one off the end rail.
And then the trick shot.
Yeah, then the trick shot on the 15. It's amazing. He made an incredible shot. Then a trick shot only to go on ahead and run 100,
What's this?
125
oh, look
more.
At this. Position while you wait.
Yeah, he's going to have to go at the rack now, or can he use the 11, Danny? You mean after the 13,
how
I'm
about
saying.
the 5? Is the 5 dead?
Yeah, he's looking at that.
Not from here. From the 10, you could hit it.
Yeah, he's looking the rack over like Danny always says. One important thing to do after the break. Took a little chance, and he didn't really get much of the rack open.
He didn't, and he lucky the 2 stopped where it did. But it's like you said about Jimmy Karras. Don't be anxious to go into the pile. And he was anxious there.
Yeah, get the run started. And I thought he could use the 11. The 11 was sitting on the bottom of the pack where he had to play a little bit of a short side position, but it really offered a nice angle to go into the rack off the 11. So we'll see what he plays here. And
I thought he had a dead one. He never looked at it. But if you got other balls that are easy and go, you don't have to mess with dead ones.
if he overruns this, he could really have an issue, Danny.
Well, he's got the issue.
Yeah.
Might be seeing a bank shot, unless there's a dead one.
Well, he's got a thin cut also, but he's definitely going to go to the bank. Is he going to the pile here? Oh, yeah. Okay, I thought he was drawing into the pile there. And again, he's gotten on the 5 where he could possibly go into the rack, but he's going to use the 11. Okay.
Boy, he slams those cut shots unbelievably.
He's looking at the 9 to see if it's wired. It's close. Looks a little high. He could use the 12 to throw it, but then it may throw too much, so.
Oh, it's high right now. You're right.
Okay, if he can remove the 5, you'll notice the 7 really opens up to reopen the rack. That's one thing I like about him. He really has a nice speed when he has to do a little something tricky.
Great touch. There was the 9 we called dead. It was. You called it wired. I called it dead.
And he knows the 12's a little bit of a break ball, but it's very high on the rack.
Very high.
And he's still got to get to the back of that 1 and 4, so he'll use the 3 here to do that. I think, anyways, if he's got the angle to fall on the back side of the 1 and 4. And he does. Don't want to get on the rail there and straight in. That could hurt. That can make him to where he has to shoot the 10 from long distance, but he's got a little bit of an angle, so he'll go forward here 2 rails.
He's got such a powerful
Yeah, that
stroke.
one's got to slow down. That one's got to slow down.
Well, he's perfect.
Yeah.
Get to the middle of the table now.
Perfect, huh?
Not really.
Needs a little more angle, huh?
Doesn't have any. Got a little. He's going to fire it, but there's not much angle.
But this is also where if he fires it, he's not going to catch much of the balls. He's going to catch them, but he's not going to catch as much as he wants. So we'll see.
Yep.
See how he plays this one. If he just tries to play it full and get the cue ball like a medium speed and get the cue ball free off the rack and just let maybe 3 or 4 come out.
Boy, he's going to have to pound this. Boy, look how they opened.
Yeah, they opened nice.
Great stroke the kid has.
I think he's got a pretty makeable 8-2 combination on the bottom rail that he'll have to deal with.
He can shoot the 6 first and then the combination, and he can go into those little clusters there, the 9, 10, 14. Part 1, shoot the 6. Now the combination.
Well, it looked like he overrolled at first because I thought he had to cut the 8 back just ever so slightly. So
I think he's supposed to go into the 9, 14 right now. Oh, he tried, but
Yeah.
the 15 got in his way.
big trouble. He needs a 4-ball wired right here. That's 5-4, and I don't think it is. He's going to have to come with the 15, I think.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing about the 15 is should get a shot. Oh, it is wired. He's got a wired one. I think he's calling the 4. Okay. Just had to throw it ever so slightly. Pretty fortunate there, though, that
Yeah,
ball
right.
wired up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It's 0-0.
Yeah, he didn't have to take that chance, Danny.
He's a little wild. You know, that could happen.
Well, the one thing about that shot, I didn't mind him going up into the balls, but it wasn't a solid stack. He just needed to bump him a little bit. That's the key. Don't ever hit the ball. You know, if you got a chance of scratching, it doesn't seem like it. He did. But if you got any issues like that, well, you just never hit it hard enough to get there. It's just like playing 9-ball. If you're on a path going one rail towards the hole and you can't do anything else about it, say you're on the rail, well, then you just got to hit it the speed to where you never get to the pocket. If there's any doubt.
I'll tell you something bad for Filler. He's only got 30 points, you know, and if he gets second lost here, he's got a good chance to be in tie with some players, and the balls are going to count.
Yeah.
And he's only got 30.
Yeah, well, we've had 3 matches now where the losing player hasn't gotten to 100. And one thing that bodes well for Joshua, 2 of those matches, he was a winner. What I mean is he beat Corey Deuel by the score of 150 to 66. And then he beat Shane Van Boning last night by the score of 150 to 32. So when it comes to that, you wouldn't think he can afford a bad loss, but he's delivered a couple of lopsided losses, so that'll help him.
Yeah, I think he's done here. Not him. I'm talking about Filler.
And I'll tell you what, if he goes on to win this match, Jason commented on it last night that he felt like he was getting better and better at this game as he played every day. So, and he really expected to play better today. So.
Yeah, he did. He played better already.
Now this is Josh's only match of the day. We'll have Shaw back at 7 o'clock against Van Boning. Another guy that needs a win, needs another win. He's 1-2. Whoa.
Perfect.
I don't know about perfect, but
Perfect. You can bet he's thinking perfect.
well, one thing about this angle is you're going to have a lot of speed on the cue ball going into the rack just because it's so thin on the 12. But I think he's made this 12 missable. I mean, at least for most of us humans.
Yeah, he's not quite human.
Well, he's on top of the world right now, that's for sure. Just recently winning the U.S. Open. I thought he was the favorite to win it last year, the way it was looking, and Shane Van Boning wasn't going to be denied. But then again, Jason shows you how great a player he is. He's just right back in there to win it again this year, and he snapped it off.
Then Shane beat him at Turning Stone, too.
Wow, what a shot. Just
Look at that.
trying to avoid a bad roll here to get his first, or not his first win, but the win in the first match of day 3 here.
He needs 12 more balls.
Yeah, he needs 12, and he doesn't have to break any out. That's the beauty.
They're all open.
Yeah, they're all open. If the 2 goes, you know, be careful going into this 1 right here. Play position on the 11. Yeah, there you go. Or shoot the 11 to get to the 2. Don't go into anything here. You know, you got the one thing about pool, it's a very, very unique sport as far as mentally. You gotta play careful, but also play relaxed. You have to have.
Wait, you know how it became pool?
No, I can't say I do.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
Well, I figured you were.
In England, the billiard rooms, snooker, had lotteries, and that's a pool.
Right.
So they called it the pool room, and then it became shooting pool.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I know a lot of trivia you can't make a quarter with.
Okay, he's just going to hold his ball. No reason to go forward or anything for the 5 here. Now playing for 6.
And they're sure wide open.
Yeah. And some of the guys around here who put a little something on these matches to make them a little more entertaining to watch, and they're entertaining in themselves. They had Shaw as an underdog here.
Well,
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, the way Josh has played, I mean, that has nothing to do with Jason, really. That just shows that Josh has played the last 2 matches darn near perfect.
Needs 2. I think he's going to get him.
I think he's going to get him quickly, too. Wow.
Big win.
Big win, and really both players just playing flawless. Josh scratching a little unpredicted, and then Jason coming away with no shot after running 127. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the straight pool we've been looking for. 150-30, Jason Shaw winning. Stay tuned. We'll have Appleton and Arcullo at 2:30. I'm Jeremy Jones with Accu-Stat Video Productions, joined by Danny DiLiberto. Thank y'all for joining us, and we'll see you at 2:30.
The future of billiards training is here. Introducing the DigiCue, a small electronic coach that fits inside of a custom rubber housing and attaches to the butt end of any pool, snooker, or carom cue. Simply slide the DigiCue onto the butt end of your cue, push the power button, and then play the game of your choice. The DigiCue constantly monitors your stroke for inconsistencies and gives you immediate feedback by silently vibrating when it detects jab strokes, steering, body English or movement, standing up during your stroke. The DigiCue will force you to bear down on every shot. It will condition you to keep your head and body still during your follow-through, leading to a lasting improvement in the consistency of your stroke. The DigiCue comes in 3 different modes: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Get serious about your game. This is cue training evolved. Can you beat the DigiCue?
Introducing Lucasi Hybrid, a whole new level of performance and technology. A cue with a revolutionary X-Shocks dampening system, eliminating vibration. G5 grip technology for enhanced traction and stability results in maximum cue control. Total sweet spot construction means unmatched power. And the zero flex point ferrule provides dead-on accuracy, giving you the confidence you need in every shot. Lucasi Hybrid, the only cue that matters.